Prashant. Welcome to iitiansgateclasses, Gate classes, and today I'll be discussing the solutions for GATE 2025 uh, Aerospace paper, the Aptitude solutions. Okay, so let us begin. So the Aptitude section, it had a total of 10 questions, as it always does. 5 questions were for 1 mark and 5 questions were for 2 marks, coming to a total of 15 marks. So let us begin. Let's start with the first one. This one is from English. So courage is to bravery is as yearning is to what? So select the most appropriate option to complete the analogy. Courage and bravery, they are in the actually the same basket. So the word which is the closest in meaning to yearning, that's what we need to select. So longing, yelling, yawning, and glaring. The correct option is option A, longing. Okay, this has to do with the meaning of it. Yelling, yawning, and glaring, they have nothing to do with the word yearning. Moving ahead. To the second question, we dashed tennis in the lawn when it suddenly started to rain. So select the most appropriate option to complete the above sentence. We have been playing, had been playing, we would have been playing tennis, or we could be playing tennis. Okay. So the clue lies in the second half of the sentence when it suddenly started. This is in the past tense. So in the options, we have to select the one which is from the past tense. Have been playing, it is from present tense. Would have been playing, this is from future. This is present. Both are wrong. Could be playing, again from the present. The correct answer is B, had been playing. Moving to the third one. A 4x4 digital image has pixel intensities U as shown in the figure. The number of pixels with U less than or equal to 4 is. So there's a total of 4 into 4, 16 pixels. You just have to count how many of them have a value less than or equal to 4. So let's simply start counting. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We have less than or equal to. So equal to 4 also we have to count. This also I'll be counting. This I won't. 3, 3, 2 4s, then these two. So 3 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. Total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Option C is correct. Moving on to the next one. So in the given figure, the numbers associated with the rectangle, triangle, and ellipse, they are 1, 2, and 3 respectively. So which one among the given options is the most appropriate combination of P, Q, and R? So if I look at P, it is enclosed by the rectangle, triangle, and the ellipse. Let me try to write that down. Rectangle, triangle, and the ellipse. If I take Q, Q is not enclosed by the rectangle. It is outside of that. So just the ellipse and the triangle. And if I take R, I'll write over here. The ellipse is not there, just the rectangle and the triangle. So let me simply put the values. For rectangle, it is 1. Triangle, it is 2. And ellipse, it is 3. So P is 6. Q is ellipse plus triangle. Ellipse was 3. Triangle was 2. So this was 5. R was rectangle plus triangle, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3. So P is 6, Q is 5, and R is 3. 6, 5, and 3. No other options are matching, so only option A. Okay. Moving ahead. A rectangle has a length L and a width W, where L is greater than W. If the width W is increased by 10%. So which one of the following statements is correct for all values of L and W? So we have L and W. The width is increased by 10%. So L remains the same and the width becomes 1.1 W. So now we have to verify each of the options. One important thing is that which one, meaning only one of the options is correct. Now perimeter increases by 10%. So perimeter, I call it P, it's going to be 2 times L plus W. Now since L and W, they are changing to L and 1.1 W, this will become 2 into L plus 1.1 W. If the perimeter was increasing by 10%, it would have become 1.1 P, which is 2 into 1.1 L plus 1.1 W. And these two, they are not the same. So option A is wrong. Okay. Moving ahead, length of the diagonals, we call it D, diagonal length. It's going to be under root of L square plus W square. And after increasing by 10%, it should become 1.1 D, which is under root of 1.1 L the whole square plus 1.1 W the whole square. However, from the given scenario, L and W becoming L and 1.1 W, this is going to become L square plus 1.1 W whole square. Again, these two, they are not the same. So option B is also wrong. Area increases by 10%. Let's check this out. Area is length into width, and this is becoming L into 1.1 W. Now, since area has increased by 10%, we want 1.1 A, which is 1.1 into LW. These two, they are the same. So option C is correct. For the sake of completeness, let's look at option D also. The rectangle becomes a square. This is possible, but not always. Okay. Only for specific lengths of L and W, such that increasing W by 10%, L is equal to 1.1 W. L is equal to 1.1 W, only then. So since it is not always, option D is also wrong. Option C is correct. Moving to the next one. So column 1 has statements made by Shantala and column 2 has responses given by Kanishk. We simply have to identify the option that has the correct match between column 1 and column 2. Okay. So let's start with the first one, P. This house is in a mess. Let's try out all the various options in column 2. All right, I won't bring it up during the conversations. This is not matching with P. Well, you can easily look it up. Again, this is also not matching with P. No problem, let me clear it up for you. This is matching with P. And the final one, don't worry, I will take it up with your teacher. Teacher and the house, they have nothing to do with each other. So option 4 is also the option 4 from column 2, that is also not matching. So column 1 P, it is matching with column 2 3. So that is option B, right? This is the correct option. For the sake of completeness, let's look at the other options also. I am not happy with the marks given to me. Since marks are involved, it has to do with the teacher. So Q is right over here. politics is a subject I avoid talking about. So since there's something talking about, it has to do with conversations. So R goes to 1. And yes, I don't know what this word means. So referring a dictionary will make sense. You can easily look it up in the dictionary. This is making sense over here. So P is 3, Q is 4, R is 1 and S is 2. R is 1 and S is 2. All the options in each of the columns are matching. Let's take the next one. This one is slightly tricky. So weight of a person, it can be expressed as a function of their age. The function usually varies from person to person. Suppose this function is identical for two brothers, and it monotonically increases till the age of 50 years, and then it monotonically decreases. So let A1 and A2 in years denote the ages of the brothers, and A1 is less than A2. This one is an important condition. Which one of the following statements is correct about their age on the day when they attain the same weight? Okay. And let me draw the curve once. For that, weight of a person can be expressed as a function of their age. So weight is a function of age. Okay. This much space should be enough. So I'm dealing with the function f here. Over here I have the age. So f is actually the weight only. The function usually varies from person to person, but it is identical for the two brothers. So I'm taking only for the two brothers. So it's going to be identical. And what is going to happen? It monotonically increases till the age of 50. So let me mark 50 over here. It's monotonically increasing until this. Okay. And after the age of 50, it monotonically decreases. It's a different color. Okay. This is monotonic decrease. This is monotonic increase. Now we have E1 and E2. It denotes the ages of the brothers. E1 is less than E2. We'll come to this. Now, which one of the statements is correct about their age on the day when they attain the same weight? So weight is on the y-axis. They are going to attain the same weight. Let's say this one. This is the same weight. Marking, taking a point at random. So what can I say about this point? So let me extend this first. You can see that the same weight is attained at 2 points. One point is clearly less than 50. One point is clearly greater than 50. Now these two values over here, they are going to be E1 and E2. And also I know that A1 is less than A2. So this point is A1, one is A2, as A1 is less than A2. Okay. So from the diagram, we can clearly see that A1 is less than 50, which is less than A2. A2 is greater than 50. So option B. Option B is correct. Moving ahead. A regular dodecagon, 12-sided regular polygon, it is inscribed in a circle of radius r centimeter, as shown in the figure. The side of the dodecagon is d centimeters, as marked over here. and all the triangles numbered 1 to 12 are used to form squares of side r centimeter, and each numbered triangle is used only once to form a square. So the number of squares that can be formed and the number of triangles required to form a square respectively are. Now let me mark a few things first. Radius is r centimeter, so this length is r. Where else? So let's start with the angle at the center. Since we are dealing with a dodecagon, 12-sided regular polygon, the center angle, it's going to be 360 divided by the number of sides. So 12. This is 30 degrees. This, 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 all these. All of these are 30 degrees each. From there, we can calculate the value of this angle. First of all, these two sides are equal, and since they are the radius of the same circle, they're equal to r. Since the two sides are equal, we have an isosceles triangle. Because of that, these two angles are also equal. Now you can quickly calculate the value of this angle. Let's call it x. X is going to be 180 minus 30 all divided by 2. So 150 by 2, which is 75. Okay, x is 75 degrees. So the next angle I can mark this angle next. If I draw this line, each side has 75 degrees each. So this one is 75 plus 75, which is 150 degrees. And finally, if I take this triangle, by joining these two isosceles triangles, I'm getting this one. So this angle will be 30 plus 30, which is 60 degrees. Okay. So all in all, I'll have to get a few things. The right answer is given as a, let's verify that properly. I had three types of triangles. One was the equilateral triangle. Side length r, all three sides are equal, and 60 degrees each. This was 1, 4, and 7. Triangles 1, 4, and 7. And the other kind of triangle we had was the 30, 75, 75 triangle. Two sides were r, one side was d. Take this one for example, radius r, and the other side was d. The angle in the center was 30. The remaining two, as I marked over here with this variable x, it was 75. Finally, the third type of triangle, the obtuse triangle one. So the angle was 150 degrees over here. If I take these two angles, let's say as y, it's going to be 180 minus 150 by 2. It's 30 by 2, 15 degrees. So 15 and 15. In addition to this, by comparing, by joining two of these triangles, we were getting two other triangles. So this side length was d. So this one, this is also d, and this is also d. Okay, and the remaining side, since it is part of the equilateral triangle, it was r. So these two were d, and that one was r. Let me assign the labels also. There's 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9. And over here it was 10, 11, and 12. And 11 and 12, they were the obtuse angle triangles. And now we have all the details regarding all the triangles, all the side lines and all the angles. Now we can finally go to forming the squares. Not just forming the squares, they have given the side length also as r centimeter. So let me start with the equilateral one. Side length is r and r. So one side is going to form the side of the square. I'll take this one next. Meet at the bottom. Another one is again r. Okay. And what is remaining? The acute angle triangles. So clearly they go on the left and right. So one is over here, and the other one is over here. R, R and D, R, R and D, R, R and D. Let's perform one final check. This angle was 60, right? This angle was 150. And these two were 75 each. So 150 plus 60 plus 75 plus 75. This is going to be how much? 75 plus 75 is 150. 150 plus 150 is 300 plus 60, which is 360. The sum of all the angles is 360. It's adding up. These angles also we can check. 75 over here plus 15 is 90, the internal angle of a square. And over here was 30 plus 60, which is again 90. So all the angles are adding up, and the sides are also all equal. So using one equilateral triangle, one obtuse angle triangle, and two acute angle triangles, I'm able to form one square. So one equilateral plus one obtuse angle plus two acute angle triangle. Okay, so total 4 triangles are needed. Total I have is 12 triangles. Therefore, the number of squares is going to be 12 by 4, which is 3. So 4 triangles and 3 squares. Question is asking for number of triangles, number of squares, and the number of triangles. So first is number of squares, which is 3. Then the number of triangles, which is 4. 3 and 4. Option A is correct. Okay, then moving ahead. So if a real variable x satisfies 3 raised to x square equals 27 into 9 raised to x, then the value of this quantity is. So let me simplify this first. This is 2 raised to x square divided by 2 raised to 2x, which is 2 raised to x square minus 2x. So we'll come to this in a while. Let me start with this one first. I have 3 raised to x square is equal to 27. I can write it as 3 cube. 9 I can write it as 3 square whole raised to x, which is 3 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 2x, which is 3 raised to 3 plus 2x. I'll divide both sides by 3 raised to 2x. I'll be getting 3 raised to x square divided by 3 raised to 2x is equal to 3 raised to 3. So I have 3 raised to x square minus 2x is 3 raised to 3. Since bases are the same, I'm getting x square minus 2x is equal to 3. This thing I'll plug it over here. I get 2 raised to x square minus 2x is 3. So 2 cube, which is our option C. Okay. Correct answer is option C. Coming to the final question. Number of patients per shift is denoted by X. They are consulting Dr. Geeta in her past 100 shifts is shown in the figure. If the amount she earns is rupees 1000 into X minus 0.2, X being the number of patients per shift, what is the average amount in rupees she has earned per shift in the past 100 shifts? Okay. So we have 4 cases here for different values of x equal to 5, x equal to 6, x equal to 7, and x equal to 8. And in each of those cases, we have a varying number of shifts. So we simply need to calculate this. So let me start with x equal to 5. For x equal to 5, I have 1000 into x minus 0.2. This is equal to 1000 into 5 minus 0.2, which is 4.8. 4.8 into 1000 is 4800. Similarly, for x equal to 6, I'll be getting 1000 into 6 minus 0.2, which is 5800. For x equal to 7, it will come to 1000 into 7 minus 0.2, which is 6000. Yeah, 6800. Finally, for x equal to 8, 1000 into 8 minus 0.2, which is 7800. Okay. Finally, we need to find earnings per shift. Okay. So 4800. There are 20 shifts where she has earned this amount. This one, there are 40. This one, there are 20. This one, there are 10. And answer required is 4800 into 20 plus 5800 into 40 plus 6800 into 30 plus 7800 into 10 all divided by 20 plus 40 plus 30 plus 10. Okay. I hope all the values are clear. 1000 into x minus 0.2, it is the amount earned in that shift, in one shift. Okay. So all these values are per shift earnings. These are number of shifts. So this numerator is going to give me the total earnings by the total number of shifts. Okay. that much is clear. Then there's not much to calculate. I have 20 plus 40 plus 30 plus 10. This thing is coming to 100. This 100 I can cancel out everywhere. So 48 into 20, 960 plus 58 into 40. This will come to 2320. 68 into 30, 2040 plus 78 into 10 is 780. Adding all this, it will give 6,100. Correct answer is option A, 6,100. Okay. So then that was the last question. Thank you guys for your time. Dinesh sir, are you there?